recording. Hey everyone, it's your friend the Gaming Robot back with a different video. Today we're going to be reacting to Jim Henson vs. Stan Lee Epic Rap Battles of History Season 4 after 5 seconds of this ad. Because ads are annoying. Credit is I don't own the music. ERB fully owns the right to this music. And it's probably going to have ads in it. But other than that, let's jump right in. I've watched this before, though. And I'll give you my thoughts on it. It just started. And he already makes some good things, like, look here, it says, it's the mind behind the Hulk against the geek beneath the Fraggles. Oh my Jesus. Stan Lee, why are you just tearing things up? Would write a man. Where's Super MC? My Jesus. This next one gets me. Yeah. He literally calls Jim Henson a dirty old hippie. Oh my Jesus. First of all, they did a good job doing the Wolverine claws. See, look, those just, the way they edited those, that just looks like he is Wolverine. Which makes sense because he is the one who made all the Marvel comics. We're going against the person who made Muppets. Oh, now he's really getting up for another diss. Like, step up to the lead and get your bucket. This stuff is butt kiss. Yeah, he went in hard. Down the road. Oh my. So this guy, he was known to have to be the kind of concept of being a hippie, though. Like, just the way they do his line is like, I'm glad you got that out. Glad your mind. And he actually kept those guys in boxes, to think of it. But yeah, the Muppets, they've been a classic for a few years. In fact, let's look up. When was the original Muppets? Let's see, it's 1955. 1955, it's 2017 now. Well, let's get our calculator out. Or not, because I forget where the calculator is. Let's see, 2017 minus 1955. 62 years ago. The original Muppets was 62 years. It's 62 years old. Wow. The creative man, Stan Lee. So let's just leave it behind. Now he's really, he's just so calm, and that's why they called him a hippie. And he's so calm, and he's always been pictured as calm. When he did the Muppets and everything else, he's always been calm. Verbal offense and thirst commanding. There is no defense against it. It's Jim Henson is dispensing. Now that one's really a good line. It's like, your strings like your puppetins. Like he's actually being grabbed by a string, or at least it looks like he is. They probably use editing for that. Superhero friends, yeah, because you're gonna need avenging. Oh, Jesus. He's like, now he went in for, like, call your superhero friends in. Yeah, because you're gonna need avenging. Let me mention. Pressed by all the vision that it took for you to sign your name. Jack Kirby's comic books. Now, he was ready for that. And I'll just get rid of the search. Let me go full screen. Low blow, as in, that didn't really do any damage, and look, he just turns into Spider-Man. Labyrinth time. Bam. So, he mentions a lot of superheroes in the video, because of him making so many. Like, he mentions the Hulk. He did a mention of Spider-Man when he did the whip thing. He mentioned Wolverine. It's like, and now, right now, he's mentioning Hulk. Now, look at what he did. He made him shocked, quite literally. Like, after that. So pretty much, look at that expression. That is a priceless expression right there. Then he apologized. Now, how old is he now? And Lee. 94 years. He is 94 years old. And I believe he's still alive, so. Now, I like that they actually made it seem like there was a sunset too. Like. But what that's a mention of is Jim Henson died a while ago. And he died May 16th, 1990 at the age of 53. So, yeah. That's what he's mentioning. Don't be sad. We all have it then. And he actually goes from calm to sad too, which is interesting. He died. Now, they are right. Stanley's been close to dying a couple of times, and his inactivity also puts into that. The 4 will always be fantastic. Like now he's kind of coming back to the fact that he forgives him, and kind of doesn't matter what he said, like he's gonna forgive him because he's just that kind of person. No beef between us. Kind. Okay, now I think they're really just calling for what's about to come up next after he says this line. Now they did his lines very well. He says, M-I-C, rock the mic properly. So Mick, K-E-Y, turning profits, I've got the key. So they literally split it into 2 parts and literally put Mick E into not only the little sentences, but they also split it up into spelling form, like you would expect them to do. So, in case you don't know who this is Walt Disney, the founder of the Walt Disney. So, not it's just another word for money. So he's stacking money unstoppably because um, Walt Disney bought out a lot of other companies. Disneyland, lord of your intellectual property. So, in a way, he's kind of saying that he owns them, but he does own a lot. In fact, he died, and in a way, he kind of died owning a lot. So, I don't think he could. He could be greedy, but he could never be um, too upset. Like, oh, I didn't make a legacy. He really made a legacy. That's my dime you're wasting. So he's like a Mr. Krabs for this, if you will. Are you for billions so you could play around debating? Yeah. And in here he really shows the ownership part to Disney, which means you stay busy working out magic and the family line whimsy. So, in that sense, he's really just saying, I own you, so you need to get back to work. Because I'm your boss. Like, to stop, I won't let him. So, in a way, that is what his employees might have been thinking about him as kind of this boss that just keeps working. That one is labor conditions are manageable conditions for staff. That's all labor conditions are. So, like, if you work for someone and they don't give you fair treatment in any kind of way, that's illegal. But in his time, I don't think it was. They didn't have those kind of conditions back then. Full enough to make a mouse gigantic. And look, just look, they make, the Mickey sign. And look, it's just kind of moving into it moves right into place. Like, now it really is the Disney symbol. There's nobody near me in this battle. Now, I kind of wish like someone would have been like, just kind of boo on him when he says, clearly there's nobody near me. I'm owning this battle. During that line, I just wish someone would have just came up and been like, boo. Just gave him a little shock there, and he does, technically he would own this series if he was still alive. Because Maker Studios was bought by Walt Disney. So, the Walt Disney Company at any rate. This whole series, boys, but don't rock 'em. So now he's acknowledging the other half where he doesn't really own them. And what that phrase means, hop on my steamboat. He already owns so many companies, and a steamboat is just an old ship. And don't rock it means like don't cause any trouble, like doing this ever again. Face and green in your pocket. Green, just another word for money. Again, been insured when you're under my employ. Now he's acknowledging, I'll give you insurance and keep you safe when you work for me. Look at it. So he kind of forcibly turns them around to look at his empire of Joe. And what that was a representation of is it's supposed to represent how many things he owns. It's supposed to represent that he owns a lot. And we're done. We're done. Yeah, if you want, I can make a remastered version of this. Not the rap battle, but of the reaction. So if you guys want to see that, go ahead and leave a like. If we can reach 10 likes, I will do a remastered version on my laptop where you get to see my face. 10 likes. That's the goal. Yeah, until next time, goodbye for now, everyone.